Okay, this is maybe day number 6. Kind of lost track. Where are we going to ride today?
Favorite.
What's your favorite?
Burn.
And what else? Nayles and Earn and Burn.
Yep.
Oh,
That's why I wear my good luck.
her lucky socks again.
My lucky ladybug.
She's been wearing those same socks every day this week. Nayles Trails. All right, go Nayles North. You definitely know you're in Florida. A, because it's 75 degrees on January 30th. But also, just look at the plant life. I guess this was all trimmed down by trail maintenance people. But I mean, it's just so lush. And a cool mixture of live oaks and ferns and palms and yeah, I guess just a lot of mixture. And depending, different sections are clearly very different from each other. Sometimes you're up in like a prairie zone, and other times you're down in like a little forest, like depression, like lower altitude forest, which has, I guess, plants that do better with hydration. And I guess that makes sense that there are these lower areas, because this was all part of the Greenway, which 100 years ago was going to be a canal system to go across Florida from the St. Johns River to the Gulf of Mexico for commerce. And they got halfway through, I guess, and bailed. And thus we get this gem. Today we parked at the 49th Street trailhead to get out towards the western edge of these trails. If we had ridden from Santos, it's basically 20 miles of single track to get here, although it would only be 10 miles of paved trail. Still, didn't really want to have that many miles today, especially before we get to the more challenging trails, which was our goal today, to do Nayles, north-south, and Earn and Burn, which I can't remember. It might be harder than Nayles or the same or whatever, but it's a couple sections of trails out here which are really nice, but you don't need them on top of a day of 40 additional miles or something. So we drove a bit further to the 49th Street trailhead to put us into here, but it also meant that we didn't get like a standard super chill, although this looks chill right here, start out for today's ride. And you don't want to just go from sitting in the car with legs at field day number 6 or whatever it is into an effort. So just trying to go extra smooth on an extra easy gear, just to get warm up in. But yeah, here, so we have some smooth stuff. I was going to say it's tricky because you go straight into a challenging trailhead, but this part's not that challenging. Now here we go, just to complete the previous segment's thought. We're up out of the lushness of the lower area up onto like the higher zone prairie, and some of this actually can get kind of like barren open prairie, and that's why this area is called Ross Prairie. And here's a little uphill, so I'll speed up for this, then I'll turn off the camera. Valerie is wearing her new pearl zooming shorts she bought at the Santos store. Shorts, like everything else, have evolved over the years. There's been a period where the legs had gotten a little shorter. Now the leg length has grown by an inch or two, which I think helps them stay down more. Also gives a spot for a pocket on the thigh, which one of those things like, why did it take 40 or 50 years to come up with that notion? And they're made so a phone fits in them. And it's not that irritating. They're also nice because you can have shot blocks or whatever in them and be able to get a pretty convenient snack without reaching around into your back pocket and sorting it out like that, which on a road bike, depending on what you're doing, is hard enough, but what you do in road races all the time. But on a mountain bike, riding one-handed through twists and turns, that could be kind of a nightmare. And here we are in the upperlands. Looks like this maybe's had a controlled burn in the last. I should send this section to Joe Brock because he's told me that Nayles is his favorite and how he misses being nearby to come ride this once a week. Oh, there's a little log over. So yeah, hey Joe. Sorry that you and Nemo aren't here to join us for some cruises in your home away from home turf. We do like it. This is kind of nice, a little flowy. Hey. Good. Nayles has, if I remember correctly, I think we've ridden this, I know we rode it once. I can't remember if I ever rode it again. But it's got some sections that are kind of prolonged whoop-de-doos, which are pretty fun. So I don't know if this is representative of it or not. Of course, GoPro flattens it out, so you can't tell how crazy radical it is from this footage. Although it's not really crazy radical. So here we're still in Nayles, and I don't really know my history of it that well, but I think like these, that chunky rock zone and these rocks, I think these are a product of when they were mining out the area to become the canal system. And I think we get into a good bit more of that terrain in a bit. I also have a call out to Rob Bachman. Who knows if this clip will ever make it anywhere, because the super secret chain lube, while it was a pain in the ass to do the full degrease, you know, first lube, second lube, whatever, right now it feels really good. And our chains and cassettes are like shiny clean. And the bikes have had probably at least 10 sessions on them since converting over to it. So it's not just like they're clean because it just got done. And anyway, good advice, Rob. I wish I had the camera going a second ago because it was this cool, like, chiseled out little route going up through the terrain. So this is where having your slow tech skills helps. But yesterday we did more of that than really we ever do. And the idea is, hey, it breaks up challenge by doing different things, but it also gives you the skills that when you're out here and you have a section, you're good with it. This is where we met that older guy last year. good to do that when you know the trail. We've had a couple nice little squeezes in here, which, ooh, almost that one, which is why handlebars that are made wide for West Coast riding frequently need to be cut down for East Coast, where we've got tighter clearances. I think these bikes came with 78 centimeter wide bars. Some bikes come with 80s. But these are both cut down to somewhere around 740 or 750, which is still super wide by old school standards, but not so by modern standards. That feels like a pretty good fit. So this is the kind of riding that if you're out of gas, it'd be tough because there's very little just pedaling and cruising. You are obviously paying attention, but you have, even going generally easy, you still have to put out surges of power to get up an incline. Check out these cool blocks. They're clear that who knows what those are. Ballast for a crane. How long have those things been sitting there? I mean, how are you going to get them in here? So, yeah, I'd like to know. They were concrete blocks, if you couldn't tell from the video, but they had handles of steel sticking out of the top. So they were definitely, and big anchor of sorts. So cranes need ballast. That's my guess. I forgot what I was talking about. Lost my line on that one. Valerie and I just rode this a second ago. It's pretty cool. I want to do it again after having had a chance to see it. Sometimes one direction's better than the other. Ooh. So I'll do it both. Depth of feeling. Heart rate up. Just going just a little bit faster. Cool. Alright, so here's the same section again. Nayles north, hit it out. So last time came through with Valerie leading. Then came back through just to get another look at it. Yeah, it's pretty fun. It'd be really fun with fresh legs. But a lot of these, speed's not a function of legs as much as picking the right line. And having the skills to do it. Day sunshine stripe definitely adds to the visual challenge. I've been able to see the train. I probably should have mentioned this a minute ago, but we just finished Nayles North. We are now on Earn and Burn, which is pretty similar, I think, difficulty-wise. And somewhere along here there's a bridge, and they have a rock troll, and it's known as Troll Bridge. Here comes Troll Lap 2. Guess I don't need to start it yet. Okay, here's Troll Lap 2. Starts with the Troll Bridge, which has a little troll next to it. The bridge is the sketchiest part for me. And this is a little 10-minute-ish loop with some quality whoop-de-doos in it. I'm gonna drop my dropper post this time. Just did it a minute ago for the first time. And it's rated as a double black diamond, which whatever that really means. Okay, so here's Troll. Whew. I imagine real riders do tabletop jumps off of those things. Where some of these go. Oh, big drop. I think I went the wrong way. Yeah. Well, it's been a while. I think I missed a lot of the good, when I say good, I mean difficult, bits of Earn and Burn. And we got all the way out to Ross Prairie. And then we found our way, check that out. Found our way to Beyond Trail coming back, so we wouldn't have to do Earn and Burn twice. And now we are on Nayles South, which I kind of remember being a little easier than Nayles North, but that wasn't easy. All right, we are on Nayles South, the beginning-ish. And I have no idea what kind of sections we have coming up. This looks kind of cool. A little skinny test that crank with. If I remember right, there were some little maybe ledges in here. So we'll see what happens. We did discover a few minutes ago that Valerie's rear suspension was on lock for the whole ride so far today. Probably yesterday too, which was a tech day. So she was getting a little less good ride than should have been getting. This is pretty cool. I think this terminates with a bridge. Rampway bridge that goes back uphill. I'm going to stop here for a second first. So yeah, it was a nice flowy section. Valerie said, ooh, sandy. Everything's gonna be more flowy when you've got a little squish in the back. Even the sand here is not bad. It's like a very fine powder sand on top of a base that's not just a sinkhole. So you can usually just kind of glide across it. Clearly, if it's a dugout corner and you're loading up your front wheel, you're not going to make it. But to the outside, not a problem. No, I won't like that. Went through a couple little ledgy sections, which, when you don't know the ledge, makes it definitely harder. Sometimes it's better than you might expect. Other times it's not what you were hoping for. It's fun to ride different trails for sure, but it's really also fun to not ride trails blind, as they call it, meaning you don't know it. A mountain bike race, if you know the course, your muscle memory knows the turns, it's such a ridiculous advantage that other things being anywhere even close to equal, someone who doesn't know it doesn't stand a chance. And I think you could be quite a bit less fit or on less of a good day and smoke somebody more fit on a good day just because you know how to ride every one of the little sections that comes along. All right, going down's easier than going up because all you have to do is coast. Pretty cool. Tell you what, some people do some work to create things like that. Woo! The gearing on these bikes is ridiculously good. Shifts when you want. We had like 2 or 3 more easier gears to go. You can just crawl uphill if you want to. Yeah, Valerie still has 2 easier ones from there even. So yeah, modern bikes, quite nice. Speaking of how good bikes gearing is, they also have dropper posts, which means that you can adjust your seat height with a little thumb lever. And I mean, right now, full extension, of course. But when you have whoop-de-doo features or some little drop your seat, then you can pull your body back and back over your rear wheel, and you're way less insecure about a nosedive endo. So yeah, the dropper post Another great invention. Along with, what else? Tubeless tires, yeah. Lightweight, strong wheels, these are carbon. Suspension that doesn't feel horrible. So this bike's fun on a lumpy, bumpy descent. Not that this is all that lumpy, bumpy, but still pedals. So you're not on a pogo stick going nowhere. You just have some like flowy single track you want to go fast on. Hard to know. Yeah, you've been through skinnier today than that.
Yeah.
Like this one. Tagging a handlebar on a squeeze can be a pretty bad crash because it will, of course, bust your knuckles or possibly bust your knuckles, but it will generally flip your front wheel in the direction that you got hit the handlebar, in which case you go under, or maybe you just get a forearm or shoulder slap, which isn't great either, but anything's better than head over heels. I've been thinking it's a good thing I cut down my bars because some of these squeezes are tight. Whew, just made it through.